Students, hello students, welcome to a chemistry class of class 9. Matter in our surrounding is the first lesson we are going to see today. So do you know why this lesson is there in the class 9? In class 9 is the beginning of science and you need to know many things about the science. So what is matter and non-matter? Is the first topic, introductory topic of the matter in our surroundings. So what do you mean by matter? So matter is anything which occupies space and has mass is called matter. Example: air, table, wood. There are several examples like star, water. You can count the n number of surrounding things, books, pencil, pen. All these comes under the matter. Why these all comes under matter? Because it has space. Means whenever we keep the matter anywhere, we get the space. Means it occupies the space and it has got some weight. It has got some mass. That's why we consider them as matter. Opposite to this matter is a non-matter. So what is non-matter? Look at here. So anything, opposite definition, anything which occupies no space. Here is important, no space and has no mass is called non-matter. What are the examples of non-matter? For example, you have desire to buy something. You get sometimes smell. You get sometimes good thought in your brain. So these things cannot be measured. It cannot occupy space. Even if you have the full room of thought, so it will not occupy any space. That's why. So these are called the non-matter. Desire, smell, thought. So these are the examples of the non-matter. Five basic elements. So what are those five basic elements? Air, water, fire, earth and space. These are the five basic elements. So all the living organisms in the universe are made up of five basic elements. That means air, fire, space, earth and water are there in each and every body. So after the death of a person, so this entire body converts into five basic elements. So where are those five basic elements? In the body we have water. 70% of water is present in human body. Air is present. Fire, that means in the form of energy we have. Space means whatever the space available, so is available in the body. Earth means soil, elements and minerals present in the body is called the. So these are the five basic elements as per the ancient philosophers. Now modern day scientists, they have slightly different but on the same basis. Modern day scientists so have said something else about the matter. So according to the modern day scientist, so matter is classified into two on the basis of their properties. One is physical matter and the chemical matter. Physical nature of matter and chemical nature of matter. And chemical nature of matter. So what do you mean by physical nature of matter? That means modern day scientists have evolved with the two classification, physical nature and the chemical nature. So what is the physical nature of matter? So let's see now. Physical nature of matter. What is physical nature of matter? So matter is made up of small particle. Matter is made up of small particles. And second, matter, particles of the matter are small. Particles of matter are small. So let's see once again. Physical nature, what do you mean by physical nature? How is the texture of the matter? What is its size? So matter is made up of small particles and the size is very small. So matter is made up of small particles. So here two thoughts are famous. So what are those two thoughts given by the modern day scientist? One says that the matter is continuous. The matter is continuous, and another thought says that matter is particulate in nature. Panchatattva. So what do you mean by Panchatattva? Panchatattva is a Sanskrit word. Panchatattva means five basic elements in English. So what are those five basic elements or the fundamental elements? So they are air, fire, water, earth and sky. So these are the five basic elements. In the entire universe, in all the living organisms, so these five basic elements are present. After the death of a living organism, so this entire body of the living organism divides or bifurcates into air, water, sky and earth. So air means oxygen, carbon dioxide, fire means energy, sky means is the space present in the body, water, you all know we have 70% of water, earth means soil. Let's see what modern day scientist says. So according to the modern day scientists, they have classified the matter on the basis of the nature, that is physical nature of matter and the chemical nature of matter. Physical nature of matter. Matter is made up of small particles, and particles of the matter are small in size. So let's see what do you mean by matter is made up of small particles. So for the matter, there are two thoughts expressed by the modern day scientist. Matter appears continuous and somewhere it appears discontinuous. So matter whenever appears continuous, that means it is in continuation. But whether the matter is continuous form of the body or not, or whether the matter is particulate in nature, so these two thought, and out of these two thought, so one thought is taken up in the physical nature of matter, that is matter is continuous and matter is particulate. So in that, matter is particulate in nature, and how matter is particulate in nature, that we will be seeing through the activity. Let's see activity 1.1. So this is about the particles nature of the matter, particulate nature of matter. See, we take 100 ml of water in a beaker. In that salt we put up 1 teaspoonful, and then after mixing these both the component, salt and the water, we get the solution, that is salt and water. So what happens during this period? Here salt particles, that is NaCl, get mixed into the water molecule. See structurally how is the water? So water consists of oxygen and the hydrogen, and another water molecule if you have over here, that also consists of hydrogen and oxygen. Here is the space between the water molecule. So that means there is a space between the water molecule. So this space is utilized by the NaCl particle. So this sodium chloride particle enters into the space between the water molecule. That's why here are a few questions. When we take water and we dissolve salt, so where does this NaCl goes? Why it disappear? So NaCl fit into the space present between the water molecule, right? Second thing, the question is that whether the level of water in the beaker will increase or not. So the answer to this question is that the level of the water will not increase. Why the level of water will not increase? It is because there is a space between the water molecule. That space is filled by the NaCl particles. That's why here you will have no change in the level of water. So this is all about the activity. So it suggests that particles means matter is made up of particles. Now let us see second activity. Particles of the matter are small in size. Activity 1.2. So it is given with potassium chloride. Let's take the potassium permanganate crystals. Let's take crystals of KMnO4 and again 100 ml of water. So what activity we are going to see out of this? So we will see that physical nature of matter. What is the second physical nature of matter? The second physical nature of matter is that the particle size is small, and still they are small, it can be divided and repeatedly divided into smaller particles. Still those smaller particles will show its existence. Now let's see. When we add KMnO4, it's a pink or purple color molecules. Once we add in 100 ml, so this KMnO4 particles, so this KMnO4 particles dissolve in it and the colorless water will become colorful. Now here you will find the colorful water, okay, because of this dissolving of this KMnO4 into the water. Now if you take 10 ml out of this into another beaker, now you can dilute so this 100 ml water in several number of a beaker. Now here we have 100 ml of solution. Now add this 100 ml over here. So take 10 ml from here to another beaker, then again 10 ml you remove and put it in the third beaker, and another 10 ml you take it and put it in the fourth beaker. So in this way we are diluting it. What do you mean by dilution? It is addition of water into the solution. So for reducing the concentration of a solute, that is called the dilution. The concept of dilution also we are going to learn through this. So what happens, the main idea behind that, so if we add 1000 molecules over here, so or 100 molecules over here, so out of the 100 molecules, the 10 you are going to add further in the 10 ml. That means the concentration of the solute particles go on decreasing. Still here at this place you will find a faint color, faint pink color, and here you will find dark pink color. So why this dark to faint color appears over here? It is because of the dilution of the KMnO4 in the water. That means by adding water we can dilute. That means in the last beaker still we can these KMnO4 particles persist and shows its effect, faint color. It means that the particle of the matter are small in size, and repeatedly we can divide them into very small particles. Thank you. Another example of the Dettol. So if you add Dettol, Dettol which we use as sanitizer. Nowadays we are using it. So if you take a Dettol, 1 ml of a Dettol, take 1 ml in 10 ml of a beaker. So this 10 ml of water. Now if you go on dividing, that means if you take 1 ml, that means here you will find a 1 ml of this Dettol and 9 ml of water. If you keep on diluting it, so after the dilution, so several times, that means you dilute 3-4 times. Here you have taken 1 ml, then you take from here 1 ml, from here to here you take 1 ml. That means here 3-4 times diluted. You will find the smell of a Dettol, the smell of Dettol in the last dilution. Why you will see the smell of why you can experience why you can feel the smell of a Dettol in the last dilution is because the particles of the Dettol are still present in the last dilution, even if it is 100th of dilution. It means that the particles of the Dettol matter is very small and can be divided further, and still they show their presence. That is what here we can conclude, that the particles of the matter are very small in size. Thank you. Students, here we have concluded the part 1 of this lesson. If you have any problem, you can write at the comment in the comment box, and we will see you in the next part. Thank you.